If you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So one of the key elements to any gardening application is if you start plants indoors, bring them out and plant them, you're going to have problems. You got to go through a hardening off process, which simply means you're bringing your plants out for a certain duration of time during the daytime and then bringing them in, working them from shade to full sun. Also, one of the benefits to one of the advantages or one of the tips that you can have when planting your transplants outdoors is try to avoid doing it on an extremely hot day that the sun is very intense. We've got some bell peppers here. We've got 6 bell peppers. We've got 2 here that was planted, that was hardened off correctly, planted on a very moderate, cloudy, somewhat intermediate day. They came out real nice, things look really good. There is a little sun scarred on this plant, which just means it's a little white in the leaves. Simply means the plant got sunburned. Not going to kill the plant. There's some leaf damage down here. It's not going to hurt the plant. You can see the plant's very stalky, very strong. I hit it, bounces right back. Next to it here, not the same story. What I've got here is I've got 4 plants that I planted a couple of days ago. It was about 85 degrees and full on sun. These were hardened off, but the initial shock, which I think they were hardened off correctly. I may be wrong on that based on what I'm seeing here. The initial shock of taking them out of their original home in the tray, moving them to a garden bed that was relatively warm due to the intensity of the sun, and mulching them and watering them still hasn't helped. Now, they're in a tremendous shock. I'm pretty certain I'm going to lose a couple of them. This one here, I'm not so, I think it's going to come back because there is some strength in the stalk itself. This one here, the leaves are all droopy. The top has already kind of nosedived back down the ground. I think that one's gone. This one as well as this one, about half the stalk is strong, the top half is not. So out of the 4, I'm probably going to lose 3. This one may come back. They're going through a tremendous shock. So true enough, we can't always plant when the conditions are perfect, but making sure we harden off our plants correctly, and if we have the opportunity to plant in an overcast day or intermediate day or a day that may be cooler than the day following, can greatly enhance the success of your plants going in the garden. This may be just an isolated incident with these particular 4 pepper plants compared to the other ones that I've planted. Seems that way, but keep in mind that this is something you want to do. Harden them off, try to plant in a day that is not intensely hot, but we always don't have that option. So keep in mind what could happen. Now the other thing that you could do here, if you really wanted to go another step, that day was extremely hot. I planted them. They were hardened off to the coordinates that I felt was good. Watered them in. You could also take, for that duration of the rest of the day, you could take an umbrella and put on top of these to where the intensity of the heat would not burn them or scorch them or fry them the way it has. Could be an option. You could put some kind of canopy over top of them just to get them acclimated if you have to plant on a very hot day. Now we have about 85 other peppers that we can, in trays, that we can replace these. I'll let these go for another 3 or 4 days and see what they end up being. May just rip them out. So it's not like I'm hurting for peppers, but I want to give them a chance. So there's some options to coming when it comes to planting outdoors in extreme heat.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.